Hey everyone, welcome back to the JavaScript course. So in this video, we'll be exploring about the JavaScript class method. And if you find this interesting, let's get started right away. So in this video, we'll be looking into the JavaScript classes. Okay. So inside my VS Code, I've opened up my index.html file, my style.css file, as well as my script.js file. So there is some basic boilerplate code present inside my index file, as you can see, and there is some basic styling given to the style.css file, and a basic console.log message inside my script file. Okay. So now let's start exploring about the JavaScript classes. Okay. So first, let's look into the syntax of it. So let's write syntax of a JavaScript class. Okay, so the way we create a new class is by making use of the class keyword, and after that we're going to write the class name. Okay, so we need to include a constructor method inside of the JavaScript class, so we're going to say constructor. Okay, so this is basically the syntax. So whatever the code goes over here, it's going to take in if we have any parameters. Okay, so constructor is basically used to initialize the objects that is present. Okay, after that we can have any methods if we want inside of our class. So we're going to say method like this, and if there is any code to execute like that, it's going to go like that. And after this we have is, let's say, some more methods. So method 2, and if there is some code required we can write, and pretty much we have method number 3. Okay, and the code to execute. Okay, so this is the basic and simple simple syntax of our class. Okay, so we're going to make use of the class keyword and then write in the class name of that particular whatever we want to use, that is a class name. And after that we need to include the constructor, and after that, if there is any methods that are there, the example method 1, method 2, method 3, if there is any function we need to define, or any execution that we need to perform, then we can write that. Okay, so we'll be creating let's say a class now. So we're going to say class student. Okay, we're going to write in the constructor. Let's write that correctly. So constructor. Okay, we're going to pass in the name, age, and then marks. Okay, then we're going to say this dot name equals to name, and we're going to say, so this is basically initializing the name that is present. So we're going to say initializing the name attribute. Okay, so after that we have is this dot age equals to age basically. So here we are basically initializing the age, whatever we give while we call this particular class. Okay, so we're going to say initializing the age attribute, and we're going to say this dot marks equals to the marks. Okay, so this is going to be initializing the marks attribute. Okay, so let's remove this. It should be a semicolon. So after that, let's say we have any of the methods. Okay, so we're going to say get marks. Okay, so we're just going to say console.log. We're just going to provide a random console.log message over here. So we're going to say the marks obtained is 100. We're going to say get grade. We're going to use two methods over here. So get grade. So we're going to say console.log the grade obtained is, let's write that correctly, let's say A for now. Okay, so save the file. So let's just comment this out. That is basically the syntax part. And over here we're going to create a new student. So const student equals to, we're going to create with the help of new keyword, we're going to say a new student, and we're going to pass in basically these parameters, that is the name, age, and marks. Okay, so name is going to be John. let's write that correctly. Age is gonna be, say, 20, and marks is gonna be 100. Okay, so basically we have created a new student over here. So if you just console.log the student. Okay, so over here we're gonna say console.log of student like this. So basically we should get the all the info, like all the info, basically the name, age, and marks. So let's check out our console over here. Yeah, so inside a student object, inside a student class, we have the age, the marks, and then the name. Okay, so that's the way we have created one new student. Okay, so like this we can create another student as well. So let's go do that. So we're gonna say const student 2 equals to new student. We're gonna say that, pass in some age, let's say 30, and then the marks. Okay, let's keep it 200 and save the file. So let's console.log of student 2 like this. Okay, so essentially we have created our second student over here. Okay, so let's save the file. So pretty much again we should get the same result, but with the different attributes, that is the name, age, and marks. We should get it as we are at 30 and then 200, right? So yeah, over here inside a student class we have the age 30, marks 200, and name as Virat. Okay, so now to access, let's say we want to access the methods that are initialized inside our class student. Okay, so for that reason we are going to say console.log. we're going to access the student, first student, and then dot, we're going to say dot get marks. Okay, we're going to call the function like this and save the file. So we should pretty much get the marks obtained is 100. Okay, yeah, so we're getting the marks obtained is 100. So that's working absolutely fine. Okay, so similarly let's look into the second method that we have. So we're going to say console.log of student dot get grade. Okay, so let's save out the file. Yeah, so pretty much we're getting the grade obtained as A, right? So that's the way this this entire thing works. Okay, so now let's say we define another method. We remove these two methods. Okay, first let's remove all the other console.logs, and we initialize, let's say get some method. Okay, so we're gonna initialize some values. So let's say 50, and then b equals to 30, and we are pretty much console.logging a plus b. Okay, so we are just calculating the sum of these two values that is present inside the get sum method inside our class student, right? So we're gonna say console.log student dot get sum. Okay, so essentially it should give us the sum of these two numbers, that is 80 in the console, right? Yeah, so there we are getting 80 in the console. So I think that's it about the basic the class method inside of JavaScript. So we understood about the syntax part, that is by making use of the class keyword and then the class name, and then by initializing the constructor like this, and then if there are any methods, we can write out all the methods that are present. And we explored about this example, that is the student example, by passing in the name, age, and marks, and we created two different students with the help of the new keyword by making use of the student class that we have just created. And we have explored about different methods as well inside of the student class. Okay, so I think that's it about this video. Let's see you in the next video, and then thank you for watching.